let's be honest, if you just look at the numbers on offense, 21 points per game, that's 22nd in the league. Charles, you've been a little tough on Dak Prescott for good reason at times. Do you think, though, that this was the right move to fire the OC?
No, I think it's a similar situation that you had in Minnesota, with the coach firing DeFilippo there. You have an offense, you have a quarterback who you expect to make plays for you on your particular team. That player has to make those plays. It's not always about the coordinator and what plays that he calls. If you watched that game last week against the Rams, there were opportunities for Dak Prescott to make plays for his team and get the ball into the hands of his players. I still don't think that he's seen things on the field fast enough as far as his progression throughout the game and being able to get the ball out of his hands quickly. They have a good young team. They're 26 years, I think they're averaging 26 years of age, so they're the fourth youngest team in the NFL. But I just don't think it's about the coordinator at this point. I think it's about Dak. The score was 30-22. Like, they were in that game. There was opportunities to win that game. So I don't think it's all about the coordinator, to me, Lou.
Yeah, with Dak in particular, I think, Charles, where he really fell short on those plus 20-yard completions, on those balls where he's trying to push it down the field, especially outside the numbers you saw, he just wasn't able to hit them. Now, I think as far as offensive coordinator is concerned, you saw, though, third down, red area, this was a struggle for this football team. And I think sometimes philosophically, the way they tried to attack opponents just wasn't the way that you see maybe a Sean Payton attack or a Sean McVay attack or the way you even see Andy Reid attack. And I think this is where they're going to probably looking for someone who's a little bit more creative because your quarterback isn't able to overcome what is a pretty bland offense. Yeah. He needs some more help. He needs help schematically in order for things to maybe click for him even a little bit faster so he can be a little bit better. Because he's not one of those special quarterbacks. He's just not. So you need a little bit more of a special coordinator to help him get into some positions where he looks a little bit better.
I agree with that, because earlier on in the season we were talking about that offense needing to be a little bit more creative. Yeah. And they did try. Once Amari came into the fold, they tried to do some things more creatively. So I agree with you on that point.
Well, it's interesting. I mean, Scott Linehan's a good football coach, and this happens. Guys get fired. We get it. And sometimes you've been there a long time. Hey, you bring somebody else in. But I don't understand why you're just going to hire somebody within the staff. Maybe he was part of the problem, the guy you're going to elevate as coordinator. If you can get a great coach, a Josh McDaniels, a Ken Wisenhunt or something like that, then okay, then it makes sense to me. But guess what? If you're just replacing him with somebody that was on the staff, was that guy part of the problem or what was the deal? So to me, I don't see the big difference if that's what you're going to do.
I just can't believe you're trying to get Ken Wisenhunt away from your Chargers.
No, I'm not.
I didn't think I'd see the day.
I'm not trying to do that, and I'm not trying to get Josh McDaniels away from the Patriots.
That was an opportunity for him to get the Chargers into the conversation.
Yeah, no, absolutely.